Okay, if you're wondering why I'm here, and why Colonel isn't here, and why I'm holding my mic, is because I'm a little outraged. I woke up this morning and Jordan Vogt-Roberts, which is the director of Kong Skull Island, which is a great movie. If you've seen a review, you know that I love it. He was talking about how Jeremy from CinemaSins, quote, sucks the lifeblood of other people and is often wrong about the intent and how cinema works. Now, I think that's really funny because Jordan Vogt-Roberts is a director for what I think is a really successful movie that a lot of people liked. And he's going down on this YouTuber who made a satire, a satirical joke, or a satirical video about a movie that he made. And I'm telling you, if you've seen CinemaSins, you know that just about every video he makes is not meant to be taken seriously. He does sometimes put points that I'm sure he wholeheartedly believes, but most of the time it's running gags, it's ironic jokes about how, oh look, they said the name of the movie, or there's 37 seconds of logos at the beginning, like literally ridiculous nitpicks that no one gives a shit about. And maybe some people do, but again, Jeremy doesn't go in there. I don't know the guy personally, but I'm pretty fucking sure, 99% sure, that when Jeremy makes those fucking videos, he's not expecting being taken seriously by like anyone. It's a joke. It's satire. It's supposed to be funny, you know? And then Jordan goes on to make a point about how CinemaSins basically profits out of other people's work by taking them and ripping them apart. But Jordan, can I ask you a question? Isn't Kong Skull Island an adaptation of a really old movie? The name's at the tip of my tongue. Jordan, aren't you gonna make a movie based on what is that hit video game series that you didn't make? I used to think that Jordan was fucking amazing. I had great respect for the guy, and I mean, I'm always gonna love the movie, but I'm a little blown away by how it's just so ridiculous. He comes off as, I don't want to use the word hipster, but I'm having trouble finding another word, honestly. And I'm pretty sure that anyone who agrees with this point, I mean, I'm pretty sure that fucking, if he watches this video, which he won't, right? Because I'm not profiting off his videos, me and my 42 subscriber audience. We're not making shit out of this. I'm just a guy with a camera making a video of what I think, of my opinion, and this isn't satire, this is a legitimate opinion. But I'm pretty sure if he came here, he'd start, making a fuzz about, bro, it's art, bro, movie is art, you don't understand, bro. I do understand. Let me be very specific about some points. Let me be specific. Whenever Jeremy's talking about how your dialogue in Kong Skull Island is shitty, it is shitty, Jordan. I don't know who wrote the screenplay, but the dialogue is super bad. It's cheesy as fuck. And the only reason why I love the dialogue in that movie is because I thought it wasn't intended to be taken seriously. Some scenes happen because they can, because you have the god's power as a director to make these scenes happen, so they do. Like the hero getting into a bar fight the moment they're recruiting him to show off his skills. When Kong first shows up, the sun is setting and there's an orange tint. It's kind of like Apocalypse Now, like Jeremy says in his video. But then it cuts to the destruction happening and it's broad daylight. And then it cuts to the fucking sunset with the Apocalypse Now and the sun is there, and it's like, you need to pick, man, because that's not how this works, you know? Your overuse of music, which you pointed out in your thread, by the way, how there are songs in that movie that have never been licensed before. So there's no way that that you have Vietnam sounding music, or that all the songs in your movie are Vietnam sounding music, but they all are. And this didn't come from me, this came from Colonel. I'm pretty sure it's in our video. And every 10 seconds you blasted a song into our assholes to remind us that we're in Vietnam. And Vietnam sounding music isn't just songs that people use in movies of Vietnam. It's just songs that sound like Vietnam. They have themes that relate to the war. That have that Clearwater Revival sound to it. Which, by the way, you kind of use in your movie too, just letting you know. I mean, he even says that fucking Jeremy spreads lies or fake news like fucking Trump does. That's insane. When fucking Jeremy makes these videos, he's not making a political statement. And I was hoping to God that you weren't making a statement when you were making your movie. Your movie is beautifully shot, Jordan. Kong Skull Island is beautifully shot. It has some incredible scenes, but it also has some incredible cliches. It also has an insane amount of inconsistencies, like, mind you, where the fuck does the flamethrower come from? Where the fuck does the fucking 50 come from? They didn't have these weapons before. Why is it that there's 5 survivors until you need more people to die on screen, so now there's 20 survivors, you know? Because it looks good, because it's fun, because it's cool to watch Kong blow shit up. Yeah, exactly. Because no one gives a shit, because we're all having fun here. Just like people, when they watch Jeremy's videos, they're all just having fun. They're not there to get enlightened on what movies are like, you know? I understand that there are things that must be done when you're making a movie to paint that picture that you're trying to paint, and if it were done as realistic as it would be, like if they would brief each other on everything as soon as they got in the car, instead of waiting until they were right in front of the door of the thing they have to access, or if they asked all the questions they had to ask, or if they reacted like normal people, I'm sure movies would be boring. That's why they're not. Movies are a fantasy that simulates reality in a way, you know? Because they're supposed to kind of be grounded in our world, sure, or they have some relation to us, but it's still, even the most realistic movies are fake. Like, it's all set in a way, it's all projected in a way, because it looks pretty to the eyes, because it's fun to watch, because it's funny, because it's beautiful, because it makes us cry, because it gives us some type of emotion, because it's framed perfectly, because the colors look amazing, because the sound... See, I understand what you're trying to do when you do the things you do, Jordan. But Jeremy's making a joke. It's just a joke. Alright? Jeremy making one CinemaSins video doesn't hurt how amazing your movie is. You getting on your soapbox and doing what you've done, ranting, which, again, you're entitled to do, like, by all means, but you're coming off as a douchebag that can take a little bit of a joke. And if it's criticism, you can't take criticism, apparently. If it were legit criticism, what that video was doing, that CinemaSins video, then I would completely disagree with CinemaSins, because I love your movie, you know? But it's not, it's a joke. So now you look like the fool. And now here we are.